Well, hey y'all, it's Rip One Outdoors. We back with you again. This is an evening ride. Just gonna ride around, talk a little bit, and look at some more campsites. Hey, let's see, what day is it? It's a Friday evening. Hey, there's a lot of people done moved in, moved out. These two little camper here is new in here. Nice looking little campers. This little Geo Pro here, that's a nice one. They just moved in. Looks brand new. Looks like a busted water line. Somebody probably looked like he backed into it with that little trailer. Maybe we'll have enough daylight to make a little video here. We just went around by a little catfish place over in Dixie, next to the Interstate 98 or Highway 98, whatever it is. It's a typical southern catfish house. Place called Newts, N-E-W-T-S. It's local owned. Yeah, typical southern catfish house. It's kind of one of them places where if you go up in there, if you want unsweet tea, that's what me and my wife drink, unsweet tea. You just about have to whisper it. Y'all know what I'm talking about? I mean, sweet tea is that's a southern thing around here, I tell you. Delicious. We got seafood combo, which was more than what we could eat, and we split it. That's what Susan and I does now. A lot of times we buy things, we don't get two plates, we get one plate and split it. And it come with 2 big fillets, catfish fillets, 4 huge shrimp, 6 oysters, what else? Hush puppies, all the fixings, a stuffed crab. Yeah, I mean, it was I tell you what, if you couldn't have liked that, there's something wrong. I tell you what, that was some mighty fine victuals. Yep, starting to get a little busy around here now on a Friday evening. Starting to get a little busy. Campers moving in. Old 345 bus there. That thing's still there. That's an Airstream bus, y'all. I just noticed that. I'm dumb. I don't know a whole lot about camping, but when I go camping, I like to do camper watching. Let's roll out on the lake here just a little bit. Yeah, ain't that pretty? Gorgeous. Quiet. Temperature must be about 70 degrees, y'all. It is nice. All I need is to come out here now and get this thing turned around without running it off in this creek. If I run it off in the water, I tell you what, school can be out. Anyway, looking at site number 86 there. I told y'all about us, me and Susan, riding out to Hurricaneator right there, where that Columbus camper is. Yeah, that's where we rode out to Hurricaneator. Well, that also was the first place that we stayed when we come to Paul B. Johnson. We had an old camper. It was an old little fiberglass camper, and I'm gonna tell y'all, if there was ever a ugly duckling, you know, they say there's places, there's campsites. Oh man, look around here, y'all. They filled up around here. They say these campsites that won't let you pull into their campground unless your camper is a certain year model and above. In other words, you have to have a pretty new camper. To be able to pull in here and, you know, but well, I can tell you now that Paul B. Johnson is not one of them campgrounds. I'm glad it wasn't, because we never would have been able to camp. But we pulled in and we got on number 86 back there. And I'm gonna tell you, you know, I was walking a lot back then. And I went out and went walking. And I come back and looked and I said, dear gosh, that is the butt ugliest camper I've ever seen. The paint was fading on it. It had decals on it, and they had faded to near about white. But I tell y'all what I did, y'all. I am the fix-it-up king. I am the king of fix-it-up. I took that thing and I washed it down with good hot water. Now these people here is from Indiana. No, right here where this dog is. These people's from Indiana. They were here a few years ago. We met them. And if I see him sitting out there, I'll stop and talk to him. They come down to the warmer weather. Yeah. So yeah, I took that old camper and I took a what's that old saying? They say you can't take.
What do you think that's about?
They say you can't take chicken pie and make chicken or chicken manure and make chicken pie out of it. Well, I took chicken manure and I made chicken pie. I took that thing and I cleaned it with hot water and some of this what they call barkeepers soap or something like that. Y'all that own campers probably know what I'm talking about. And I cleaned that thing up, and then somebody on the internet said that you could put Zep floor wax on it. Zep, like you use on a commercial building, like they use on hospitals and whatnot. I took that Zep and I must have put 10 coats on it. Did it all in one day because it dries fast. And then I took that, well, before I put the Zep on it, I painted the graphics that were once maroon colored. I painted them with this rattle cans stuff that you could that you buy at Walmart, that you paint what do they call it, plastic chairs with. And I painted that thing with them graphics with rattle cans. And then I tell you what I did, I put about 10 coats of Zep on it. And you talk about look sharp. I made chicken pie out of chicken manure. I guarantee you that old camper looked good. But you could clean it up. You can take a pig and you can clean that pig up and you can put a ribbon around it, and you know what you got? Guess what you got? You still got a pig. And that's what it was. It didn't help it made the image of it look better, but it didn't make a better camper out of it. It was a terrible camper. Had an old what do you call this thing, futon in there that would stretch out for a bed, and that thing was bent in the middle. When you sit down in it, you kind of, anybody sat on it, they kind of went to the middle. Good morning, good evening. Everybody's eating or rigging up. No, look. How y'all? But yeah, it was still it was just a poor camper. And me and my wife was sitting in we went to a bluegrass event. We went to a bluegrass event up in Jackson, up near Jackson. And I told my wife, I said, you know what? I said, we can do better than this. And we come back home and we went and started looking at campers. Well, the people with the electric campers, no, they're still here. They're still here. But yeah, we started looking at campers, and when we went and looked at campers, I'll tell y'all when it was. It was about a little after, let's see, must have been about April of 20. Because the man that sold us the camper, he wouldn't shake hands. He said, we're supposed to fist bump and all this stuff. And that's what we did. That's when it was. About April or so, March, April or so of 20. About the time COVID hit, y'all. Remember that. And we bought that J-coat. My wife loved it because it had a big bathroom and it's got them 2 big reclining chairs in there. That's the 28BH bunkhouse with a slide, super slide there, they call it. I tell you what, we have really enjoyed it. 28BHS J-code. I always thought we was buying the best when we bought J-Co. I soon found out that we wasn't buying the best. I soon found out that they were poorly built, just like a lot of the rest of them were. Cheap. But yet they're not cheap when you go and buy them. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Anyway, we just riding around. Thought maybe get in one little ride here before it got so dark. If it gets too dark in some areas, I'll edit it out. And look at the flowers, how pretty. Yeah, I'm gonna just run right around in the front. And people's got a, what they call that, a Great Pyrenees. I know you can't see it, but that's a huge dog. A Great Pyrenees. People use them on farms. They're excellent on farms for taking care of the animals. It's like they're born with that in their blood. They know exactly what they need to do. They take care of them animals. Yeah, the campground's getting pretty full now. And that wind died down some. We're going home in the morning. And I'm glad that wind died down, and I hope it stays down in the morning for our ride home, because any of y'all pulled campers down the highway before when that wind whipping. Oh yeah, that's pretty intense. That's a what you call a white knuckle ride. Anyway, I talked to Donald about the disc golf course. Donald plays disc golf. He wants to come down one weekend and wants me to meet him here and play. And I think that would be an excellent thing. We could get together as brothers and yeah, we could get together and he could teach me about how to play disc golf. Let's ride around the lake here just a few minutes and then we'll turn around and go back. I don't see nobody playing, so I don't guess we're going to get in nobody's way. Well, I tell y'all what we'll do. We're going to hang up with y'all. But I'm going to tell you, before we say our goodbyes, I'm going to tell y'all what we're doing. When me and Susan went out to Dixie there a while ago, y'all, that's a beautiful ride out through Dixie. I'm going to put some of that video, if I can, I'm going to put it on. I'm going to put it on there. And maybe put it to a little bit of music or something like that. And show y'all some of Dixie. Nice little town. I was just so impressed by everything being so green. And I hope y'all enjoy it because there's beautiful places in there. Some of the local business owners own land out there, and boy, I tell you, they really keep that place looking sharp. So I'm gonna leave that with y'all, and y'all, hey, check out that link in my description if you're interested in buying one of them Magicycle bikes. I wouldn't blame you if you did. There, hey, good bikes. But in the meantime, hey, ride what you can. If you got an Aventon, hey, ride that thing. If you got electrics, ride them. If you build them, ride them. It's so pretty. Now, we look forward to seeing y'all's videos, y'all. Make some videos and, hey, we'll be watching with y'all. Like and subscribe if you will, and we'll catch y'all on the flip-flop.